What is up, guys? It is John, and this is another director's cut. Now, don't get confused. You see my face on the screen here talking. That is not the audio you're hearing. You're hearing me voice over this video. If you're not familiar with the director's cuts, I take older videos and re-upload them with my commentary over them. I will say, like I always do, if you have not seen this video, I highly recommend you go watch it first. The link will be in the description, or if you're watching on a mobile device, it will have just popped up in the corner. This is the old Moonshine Run Tunnel, and this is a really cool spot. It was used as a bootlegger's tunnel, essentially. This tunnel divides Tennessee and Virginia. One side of the tunnel is Tennessee, one side's Virginia. So it was a very convenient way to elude police and escape from one state to the other. It's a very rural area, so radio signals don't really go good across the mountain. So it was deemed Moonshine Run Tunnel. I think it may have another name other than that, but this is all we know it by. And I was brought there by my good friend Ray from East Tennessee Explorers, I think, is his channel now. It used to be Ray the Explorer. He's a cool dude. Really got to get with him soon and make some more content. But him, myself, and Tim went and done his tunnel. And the thing I remember most is there was this female voice that made itself well known inside this tunnel. Super spooky. Of course, like I said, it's on the state line of Tennessee and Virginia, up near like Kingsport area. But it was a lot of fun. You know, it was a long drive back in the middle of nowhere. Tim, Ray, and I would spend a whole day exploring places. We did this video. I can't remember what all we did that day. It was a fun day, though. We had a lot of fun. As I always do when I go and hang out with my good buddy Ray. But you can see to the left, there's like a little concrete wall there. That's where the water runs through. Unlike the Sensabaugh Tunnel, the water and it just runs right through the middle of the road. This one actually has like a drainage for the water, and I do believe that Sensabaugh Tunnel did have that at once, but over time it's just eroded and it just runs down the entire road inside the tunnel, especially when it rains a lot. Now would honestly probably be a good time to go up there and do that soon, because it's not been very rainy lately. We've had a little rain on and off, but not a consistently large amount of rain. I'd actually like to revisit this tunnel. It's an active tunnel, though. Cars do drive through it, and I think it happens in this video at one point. A car does come through while we're inside. But it is definitely a very haunted location. Gosh, I can't remember exactly what happened. If you watch the original video, I tell. There is some kind of deal gone bad with the moonshine thing, and there was a murder on one side of the tunnel. One or more people were murdered, which is crazy over liquor, you know. But especially during Prohibition, this was used a lot to traffic moonshine by the old moonshiners. But dang, yeah, I found myself inside of a lot of tunnels in my time. And there's something about being underground in a tunnel that is just absolutely terrifying. It really is. And I've been through a lot of them. You know, there's the Shell Tunnel in Knoxville, Sensabaugh, the Nemo Tunnel is one of my favorite places. I actually am planning a return trip to that tunnel soon, because it's just so crazy. But this place here, I've been there a couple of times. I'm ready to go back and see what we can capture now that I have more equipment, more means to investigate. You know, of course, back in this time, we just we ran around and saw what happened. And, you know, basically we just stood there and listened. And that was, okay, that moment, I'm pretty sure that's when the female voice first spoke to us. You can see it in Tim's face, like, what the heck? It was there in that, like, right there at the edge of the tunnel. There's all kinds of activity right there. And you just have these voices. And I remember Ray telling me he was there with his wife Amy, and it just yelled her name out loud, just super loud, just yelled Amy. And you got to hear Ray tell about it. And he's actually got a video of this place, and y'all should go show Ray some love. You really should. I will actually link his channel down below, so you can go over there and just watch. His videos are great. I love watching his content. He's just a good old boy, you know. He's true from Appalachia, and it doesn't get any more authentic than Ray. I'll just put it to you that way. It's one of my favorite people in the world. And just go over and show his channel some love. Just blow it up for me, if you don't mind. And if you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. Show him some love. He doesn't upload quite as often anymore, but he still does. And we have discussed getting together and trying to do some more things together. But like a lot of the tunnels up there, covered in graffiti inside. And this tunnel isn't as well known as like Sensabaugh Tunnel. You know, it's just kind of lost in time. But I've had, you know, the short amount of time I've been in this tunnel, I actually had more activity than Sensabaugh Tunnel, to be honest with you. Just sheer disembodied voices alone was crazy. And this is getting me excited to go back. I haven't watched this back since we filmed the video. Gosh, 3 years ago. Or more, probably a little more than 3 years ago. I'm roughly about 3 years behind now. I started out 2 years behind on these director's cuts. But now I took some time off and I didn't do them for quite a while. Now I'm about 3 years behind. And which is cool because I get to relive these moments. You know, we talk about this every time I go on about it. But it's just such a cool spot. And like I said, I cannot wait to get back up there. But you can see I'm just kind of standing here just listening to what's going on, because this is one of the few times you can just stand there and experience it. You know, you can just experience what's happening around you, and that's the way it is in this tunnel. And both times I've been there, one was in the middle of the day, and the coolest thing about that, I'll link that video too. We were fixing to walk in, and this horse and buggy just come out of nowhere, just trotting along, and went through the tunnel and disappeared. I mean, didn't visually disappear, but just disappeared off in the distance. It's just this dude on a horse and buggy just come barreling through. And I thought that was just so neat, you know, because when this tunnel was first built, that's what came through here was people on horse and buggy. Mostly. I mean, I believe it was late 1800s, so yeah, it would have been horse and buggy through this tunnel. Now it's just cars, and you know, horse and buggy sometimes. I thought that was really neat, and like I said, it's on the daytime video there. It's really awesome. So that'll be down there for you guys to check out. You can see I'm using a little night vision here. I need to bring that back. I need to start using night vision again, because it really adds, I think it adds to the video. Whether or not it's necessary in the moment, I think it does add a lot to the video. I think it adds just this level of creepiness when you do use night vision. And I got a pretty cool night vision camera, as you can see. And need to utilize that more. I think I will set up some more night vision. Now I did just upload a few days ago a night vision static cam in an old jail that I filmed. And you know, if you're not a member on this channel or a member of the Patreon, consider doing that. You know, it's some pretty cool static camera footage over there. And I'm trying to put together some more stuff for that. But You can see that we're on both sides of the tunnel. And at this point, we're hearing stuff in between us. You can see he's looking at me and I'm looking back at him. And we're hearing like these voices. And we can't figure out what it is. You know, at first I thought maybe matrixing from the water, which is definitely a possibility. But some of these voices were clear. It wasn't like, did I hear a voice? Is that water trickling? No, there were voices. Disembodied voices happening. And I can't explain it, but I'd like to get in there with some recorders and use the echo box and bring, you know, now that I have the SLS technology, use that as well. Because I love having the SLS now. That's just another weapon I've added to my repertoire, and it's really cool. Over time, I'll keep adding stuff. I tell you what I really want, and if anybody wants to get me a birthday present, here it is. I want the little buddy teddy bear thing. I'll link it, not so somebody can buy it for me, but in case you're interested, you're a paranormal enthusiast. If you remember my the College Hill, the hospital in Williamson, West Virginia, the old hospital on College Hill. The people I was with had one of the buddy bears, and it's just this bear that it has a temperature readout in it, and it has a sensor, or if you touch it, you hold its hand or you hug it. And we were asking, you know, we were downstairs where, you know, the nursery and all that was, where the children were taken care of, and we would tell whatever was there to hug the bear, and the bear would be like, "Oh, I love hugs," you know, and it would hold its hand. You'd ask it to hold its hand, and it would rate out that it, like, you know, thanks for holding my hand, or it's cold if it gets colder in there. So it's a really nice trigger object tool, and they're only like $120 or something like that, maybe 200. I can't remember. Eventually, I'm going to grab one up. When the ad revenue gets better. I definitely want one of them. I'll link that down below. So if you guys want one, you can go get it. And like I said, August is my birthday, so I do accept presents of paranormal. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just messing with you. But anyways, I love the way that looks, looking straight on. I do have bright flashlights, and people complain, like, sometimes, like, oh, I want to see everything, right? But sometimes not being able to see something makes it that much creepier, makes it that much more scary. And I think for the video itself, I want these videos to be as scary as they can be without just setting up scary things, you know, fake scary stuff. I want it to be authentically scary. And I think things like this, you know, lighting, adds so much to it, because you can't see any more than I can. You know, I know you want to see the whole tunnel, but you know what? I think it just makes it that much scarier. And you know, I can't see, because the camera usually can see better than I can. You know what I mean? Like, normally I can look in the view screen and see more in it than I can with my own eye, especially with night vision. Now you imagine being there and not even be able to see as much as you can see right now. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But I enjoy it. You know, I do creep myself out, but it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy doing this. Now we're coming up on the last little bit of this video. This is kind of a short director's cut, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you went back and watched the original video. I do appreciate you guys. And like I said, if you're not a member or anything like that, please consider doing that. It helps fuel the adventure. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing and ringing that bell. And if you're not getting notifications, unsubscribe, resubscribe, ring for all notifications on the bell, and that should fix it. But guys, I really appreciate you. And you guys are awesome. And don't forget to stay spooky out there, my friends.